Hello everyone, my name is Stanley St. Rose, and today we're going to be talking about Flowering Judas, written by Katherine and Porter. Now, before I go into the summary analysis of this work, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment so that the channel can continue to grow. Alright, so within this short story here, within this narrative, we have this woman by the name of Laura. Laura, she's in Mexico. The setting of this work is Mexico. It's during the Mexican Revolution, and we have this guy by the name of Bragioni. Throughout the work, he's trying to sleep with Laura, but Laura keeps denying him. And a lot of things are going throughout this work. Bragioni is this leader, he can kill people. He's, a socialist. And Laura, she's an American. She's in Mexico. She went to Mexico. I think, at first she was excited, but then, disillusionment becomes a part of her life, because it's not exactly what she expected. Throughout the work, she visits a prisoner, who then commits suicide, and then later she even sees him in a dream, and he brings her to this flowering Judas tree and makes her eat these flowers in a dream. And then she wakes up and she's very scared to go back to sleep. And throughout the work, we're seeing what Laura is going through, from what she believes about the revolution, what's going on in the country of Mexico, her relationship with her students, other men who have made advances towards her sexually. There's a lot of men, a lot of suitors, a lot of people that are courting Laura within this work. It really shows us, this woman by the name of Laura, she has, beliefs about politics, revolution, about the way of life, socialism, capitalism. Think about how countries are run. So there's several layers throughout this work. You have this revolutionary leader in Bragioni trying to sleep with her, trying to seduce her. Bragioni is a man who is not spiritual, not religious. He's sleeping with a lot of women here and there. So from the get go, you know that Laura's not like this special thing to Bragioni. He's just he found another woman that's sexually attractive and that he would like to sleep with. That's pretty much how it is. I mean, keep in mind, Bragioni is married and he doesn't hide this from Laura. He even brags about how he's pretty much abandoned his wife, and his wife is crying all day for him, but he is just out on the town sleeping with different people and enjoying his life, here and there. So he's a very carnal man seeking the pleasures of life. I mean, revolution, having power. He's a man that has power, money, prestige, influence, wearing nice clothes, pretty much doing everything he wants to do in the flesh, and going after anything his flesh desires. But there's also an emptiness in him from a spiritual sense, because I think he keeps looking for the pleasures of life, and spiritually he's just an empty person. And when you're an empty person, a lot of people in this world, they just keep searching for more wealth, more power, more influence, thinking that's going to bring them happiness. But happiness, true happiness, I can tell you this: it doesn't really come from the external world. It's something that comes from within. Because there's sometimes you can find people that are dirt poor, but they're happy, and some people that are billionaires and they're miserable. Because the more money they get, the more empty they are. Um, that's why you have so many cases of millionaires and people that have lots of money. They die young, or they're unhappy, or they have to get some type of high with drugs, or getting addicted to sex and all that kind of stuff. And Bragioni kind of displays all of that. He's sexually active, going after lots of women. He's killing people because of the revolution. He's cheating on his wife. He has power. He has influence. He has people following him. And all of that is not enough. So it's like he's a man that's like chasing after things in this life that ultimately make him feel more empty. And this is something that's common amongst people who are very fleshly. Laura is a complex figure herself. goes to church sometimes to pray, and even though she doesn't agree with everything with Catholic Church, she's still going to church here and there to pray, and to kind of like try to understand the world that she lives in, because it's more complex than meets the eye. Um, so within this work, you have revolution, you have how do you live in a world where you're being, chased by men as a woman, and understanding the pitfalls of that. Because Laura has many suitors that go after her because she's an attractive American woman. There's, ideas about, following Judas, a religion. So, think about Judas and the gospel, think about the Bible and Christianity, and what the flowers that this prisoner makes Laura eat in a dream, what that represents. And also the disillusionment that Laura goes through. She went to Mexico and thoughts of revolution and change and her own political beliefs, and then, to deal with everything that she deals with within this work, it's a lot to think about and to look at. Um, so this work has so many layers to it, from the religious point of view, from the sex point of view, from the reality of what revolution is about point of view, and also the moral and ethical implications, because Laura is having dreams about the prisoner that committed suicide. Because the prisoner that she went to go and see, the prisoner believed in Bragioni and his movement and his leadership, and ultimately all that he got for that is suicide in a prison, because he committed suicide. And that doesn't have an impact on Laura, because she has a dream where the prisoner comes to see her in the dream, and makes her eat from this tree of Judas flowers, or following Judas. So there's a lot to unpack here in terms of deeper meaning and analysis. Again, this right here says a lot about revolution, says a lot about the world that we live in. Everything is not just black and white. There are things that are, different shades, and there's no one answer for everything. There's a lot of people you meet in this world that try to make everything just one color, or a definite answer, but that's not always how it is. Even math, sometimes math, you don't get an exact answer. It just, goes on and on and on and on and on. Like if something's equals infinity, I mean, infinity never stops. So infinity is forever. So there's some solutions in math that equal infinity, and infinity is forever. So what? It's just sometimes some things don't have a fixed answer. So it's really interesting to look at these characters and how complex they are, and how they're trying to understand their lives, and how they're trying to make sense of things, and how they're trying to navigate decisions that they make, and how those decisions impact their lives. So following Judas, again, very interesting story here, and there's a lot to be uncovered. So yeah, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, and or comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video.